Hello everyone, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of Hashtag Make Up Together, How to Make a Simple Dinner. Tonight I'm going to be making some sausages and a chipotle potato salad. I'm going to be using the Instant Pot today, which is going to kind of speed things up. So I'm going to go ahead and cut up the vegetables and get started. So I'm going to go ahead and cut up the potatoes. I'm going to be doing the potatoes and the hard-boiled eggs in the Instant Pot. They're both going to be for 5 minutes in there, so we're going to do them together. So I'm going to slice up the potatoes. I'm using red potatoes. You can do these however thick you want them to be, but I'm going to just cut them like that. And I'm just going to put them in, actually before I'm going to put 1 cup of water in the Instant Pot. Alright, and then I'm going to put the potatoes in. So I'm going to be doing 2 pounds of red potatoes. So I'm just going to slice all these. And in the Instant Pot, if you can see, I'll just show you guys really quick. I am putting it into a little steaming basket here. So I'm going to try to fit everything in. If some of it overflows, it's fine, but I'm trying to make sure it all gets into there. So I'm going to continue cutting up all of these and just throwing them into the basket. So now I have all the potatoes cut up and I rinsed off my eggs, and I'm going to just be putting them on top. Thank you. So I have 4 eggs, and we're going to steam these for 5 minutes and then let the steam release for another 5 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and get started on cutting up the vegetables. I'm going to be adding some zucchini, onion, and some green onion as well. So I'm just going to slice these. Slice these up here. And I'm going to be cooking these in a pan. This recipe actually called for stuff to be grilled, but we've got rain, so no grill. But I would like to try this recipe grilled as well. So I'm just going to chop these up, try to keep them at the same size here. Oh, that one was fat. Well, no, that's fine, I'll leave it. Alright, chopping these. And then we'll get started on the onions, aka Cry Masters. I always thought that once I started wearing glasses that it wouldn't affect me, but no, that is not true at all. So we're chopping these up. Also, what would be good in here would be some squash, but the recipe didn't call for that, so we're not going to use that. And I'm going to go ahead and put some oil in the pan and go ahead and get those in. So next I have my green onions. I'm going to chop these up a little bit smaller. They're trying to slide away from me. So this is 4 green onions. These ones don't make you cry. I like these. These ones are cool. Alright, and then I'm going to be using an entire onion, an entire medium onion. And I'm going to be not cooking all of it with these vegetables. I'm going to be making like a chipotle sauce. So I'm going to reserve some of the onion for that. So there's going to be some bigger chunks of onions in the potato salad, and then also some smaller diced ones in the sauce. And so how I got this recipe, so we were going to the store. I was so hungry. I was actually going out to do one thing that was not even going to take that long to do, but I ended up out for quite a while. And so I was starving. I was so hungry. So shout out to Publix, because when we walked in, they had 3 sample tables. 3. They had one that had some chicken. I got some spicy chicken wing. Then they had one, it was like deli meat and cheese on the Hawaiian buns, but I can't eat the bread. So I had just had some deli meat. And then they had this recipe sitting over there. You know how they always have like their little section where they cook food? So I was so happy because I didn't eat lunch and I really needed that. So I'm going to go ahead and put these in the pan. I'm going to turn it on. Yeah, so I got the recipe at Publix. I added a little bit more vegetables to it just to make it a little bit healthier. So that's where I got this. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put these in the pan with the zucchini. And I just turned it on, so we're gonna let those cook a little bit. And then I'm also going to cut up the sausages. I'm not going to use them just yet, because these ones, they're already cooked. I'm just gonna be heating them up with the vegetables once they're done. So this is Green Wise All Natural. This is Chipotle and Monterey Jack in these sausages. So these have cheese in them. So I'm going to just slice these up. I got 2 packs of sausages. And then once the vegetables are done, then I'm going to add the sausages in, because they're already cooked. It says on there that they're already cooked. It says fully cooked. You just have to heat them up. So I'm going to just cut these like so.
Mommy?
Man, my eyes are already watering because of the onions. Yes?
Can I also was gonna crap out?
Yes, you can.
Yay.
Change your shoes, please. You cannot go outside in slippers. It's wet.
Is that slippers?
Those are slippers, buddy.
No, they're not. Your shoes. See? Because they're not slippers.
Now, Jeremiah.
They're shoes.
So now that I have the sausages and the vegetables in the pan, I'm going to go ahead and get started on what's going to be going into the sauce. So I have some green onions that are going to be going into the sauce, not the yellow onions. So I'm going to just chop these up, and then I also have some garlic as well. And we're going to get that going. And I'm also going to be doing some mayo and hot sauce and some seasonings. That's what's going to be going into the sauce. And I'm going to be making the mayo. So that's going to be the next thing that I'm going to be doing after this. And I'll show you all that goes into that. So we have the 2 garlics. If you haven't seen in my other videos, an easy way to get that skin off is to just put it down, take your knife, and just push it on there. And then it just makes the garlic easier to peel. Alright, well, the timer is going off. So I think I'm going to pause with this and go ahead and do the Instant Pot. Alright, false alarm. So that timer was actually just to tell me that the cooking is done, but it still has to naturally release for 5 minutes, so we're going to wait. Alright, so I have the garlic there, 1 clove, and then I have this other one. Now I pushed it. I'm going to just peel off the skin here, rinse off my fingers really quick. Alright, and so I'm going to just chop up this garlic finely. And then I'll show you guys how I release my pressure cooker as well. All right, so we have those right there. And so next thing that I'm going to do is go ahead and make the mayo. So I'm gonna start making my mayo right now. So I'm going to add in 1 egg. The whole thing is what you use. I'm gonna add 3/4 cup of oil. You can use avocado oil, you can use olive oil, or whatever you want. I'm going to add in some pepper, a little bit of salt. I'm going to be adding in about a teaspoon of Dijon mustard. There we go. And then I also add some lemon to it. All right, and so when you're making this, you want to use, I like to use the emulsion blender, and you want to make sure that you cover the egg completely, and we're gonna leave it there, covering the egg for about 20 seconds, and then slowly go up and down. So I'm gonna, there we go, got my egg in there, and I'm going to go ahead and start it. Alright, and just like that we have mayo. And this can last for about 7 days in the refrigerator. Or 2 weeks, I'm sorry. 2 weeks in there. Alright, I'm going to try to get all this off. So for the sauce recipe, for this recipe, I only need a 1/2 cup of mayo. So I'm going to just spoon in a 1/2 cup of the mayo that we used and go ahead and get this mayo refrigerated, since it does have that egg in there. Alright. So there we go. 1/2 cup of mayo. And then I'm going to put this other mayo in the refrigerator. Alright, so now this is ready for me to release some of the steam, so I'm just going to turn it. Alright, and you can do that based on how your Instant Pot works. I just release a little bit of it and wait for this little metal thing to pop down. So now everything is done in the Instant Pot. I am going to put my eggs into an ice bath for them to cool off. There we go. And I'm going to transfer the potatoes into the pan onto the stove. So I have the potatoes in. They were done. I mean, the Instant Pot cooked those all the way through. So I just mixed it in here. I'm going to just continue to let everything else kind of cook in, and we're going to go ahead and get started on the sauce. So I have my bowl here. We're going to go ahead and put everything in. So this is the 1/2 cup of mayo. I'm going to try to get it all out with my happy spatula. Alright. The next thing I'm going to add is some hot sauce. I like to use Louisiana hot sauce. So this is about 2 tablespoons. It's like 1. That's like 2. Alright, I'm going to be adding some coriander in here. Alright, and I'm going to be adding in some pepper. And I'm also going to be adding in some chili seasoning, chili powder rather. It's got some more flavors to it. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and give that a little stir. Jeremiah, be nice to the dog.
I am.
All right. I don't know if anybody else's kids watch movies and they try to imitate. So he's watching The Jungle Book, and now you're a what animal? What are you pretending to be? A tiger.
Pretend my name is Shere Khan.
Okay, Shere Khan. Well, go watch it. I think you're missing it.
Oh, not.
Okay.
I'm going to get my honey.
All right. Well, be nice to the dog. All right. I'm gonna taste this. Yeah, that's good. Next thing I'm going to be adding is the chives, the green onions, and the garlic that I cut up. So we're going to add some of that. And I actually want to add some mustard to this as well. So I'm going to grab some of that. I'm going to add in some horseradish mustard. I have to say that slowly or else it just does not work. Alright, so I'm going to use my spoon this time and mix all this up. And then I'll give it another taste to see what I'm missing. Okay, I like that a lot. All right, so we have that. I'm gonna go ahead and just stir everything up one more time. This stuff is done. So that's the zucchini, sausages, onions, and the potatoes. So that stuff is done. So I'm just gonna turn it off, turn the heat off. And the next thing I'm going to do is cut up the eggs. Alright, so I have all of my potatoes de-shelled, and I'm just going to cut these up roughly. No right or wrong way to do that. And I should have recorded peeling the eggs, because what I have found is that when you peel the eggs under running water, it helps the shell to come off a lot easier. And then you don't end up with the egg, with missing some of your egg. So that's what I like to use. So I'm going to just chop this up. And I'm going to put all this into, I'm going to try to see if I can find another container to go ahead and mix all this stuff into. So we got the eggs. And then I'm going to mix it all together. Alright, so I got a bigger pan. I'm hoping that everything will fit in here, just to make the mixing up process a little easier. So I'm going to add everything in. Gotta get the spoon to get all the rest of it. So, and it's still going to be kind of, I'm still going to have to be careful mixing this. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to add in here is the eggs. Alright. I'm going to try to be careful mixing this because I don't want to get food everywhere. And I'll see if I need to add some more sauce. So definitely if I would do this again, I would definitely roast the vegetables. Them being the onions and the zucchini. Because I think it would add a nice flavor to it. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and pour this over. I'm thinking that I'm gonna need a little bit more of this, but I'm not entirely sure. So if I need to make more, we can, because we have all the ingredients for it. But I'm gonna go ahead and stir this all up, trying to like fold it so that way the potatoes don't get too mushed. You know what? I might not need any more. It's actually spreading pretty well. And so because I like cheese on everything, and my family left and they won't be back for another 15 minutes, so I was thinking about just shredding up some cheese and putting it on top and just kind of sticking it in the oven for a little bit, which is probably what I'll do. So this does not need any more sauce. It looked like it wasn't going to be enough, but it is. And this is an arm workout. Oh, my hand. All right. So I think that all the ingredients are mixed in well. There's enough sauce to go around for everybody to get nice and sauced up. I'm seeing just a couple places that don't have any sauce. So I want to make sure that I'm getting everything good. All right, well, that's what it looks like, and it actually looks like the picture. And honestly, Publix lady, I think this actually looks a little bit more like the picture. But I'm not gonna, you know, she did a great job. It tasted really good. I think she just cut up her vegetables a little bit different. All right, so now I'm going to grate up some cheese. I'm going to just put this into the oven and just let the cheese melt on top. All right, guys, well, that completes dinner tonight. Thank you so much for watching. I made a strawberry shortcake earlier today. I'll be sure to put that link below. Please be sure to check out that video. And if you made this recipe, please let me know. Be sure to check out my Instagram, where I'm going to put the final product below, or on my Instagram rather. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.